I'm carrying Seiji's baby.
I wish you both the best.
I'm done expecting the fire alarms.
Thank you so much, Noah. My name is Keiichi Sato. I work at Daysco, a fire safety equipment development, sales, and installation company that my mother also works at. Today, I officially hired Noah Naruzaki, an engineer at our partner company Tokimeki Co., to inspect the fire safety equipment at my family home, but...
Huh? The intercom. Is that a delivery?
I'll go check.
Keiichi seems to be going through a lot. I'm carrying Seiji's baby.
Well, my company is the bigger player in the fire safety industry, so I think I can make Yuma happy. Her name is Yuma Suzumura. She was my long-distance girlfriend. And standing next to her is my twin brother, Seiji. Seiji works in the same fire safety industry, but at the larger Suzumura Co.
My goodness. Seiji, Keiichi's own...
What can I say? A guy who can't commit to marriage isn't worth waiting around for.
Well, I suppose things worked out.
We were long distance, barely went on any dates, and she kept pressuring me to marry her.
Honestly, if Seiji wants to take her off your hands, that's a blessing. What's with that attitude? It's not like I had a choice when Keiichi never paid any attention to me.
Well, I'm relieved either way. I was a little worried about Suzumura Corp, but it sounds like everything's fine over there. Huh? I wish you both the best. A sales manager at a big company like Suzumura Co. and a field operations staffer like Yuma. I'm sure you'll both be just fine.
Indeed. I'm glad to hear Suzumura Co. is doing all right, but don't bother coming back here for a while.
What's that supposed to mean? Doing all right? Everything's fine? Of course we are. We're a major company. I mean, you know, the whole Don Don factory situation? The thing that's been rocking the fire safety industry? What? What are you talking about?
You seriously don't know? Don Don Factory has been hemorrhaging workers. Seiji, you need to sit down with Yuma and her parents right away and figure out your next steps. If you've been making decisions without knowing about the Don Don Factory situation, you're heading for serious trouble.
What do you mean?
Dad never said anything about this. What's going on? Now that I think about it, there's an emergency company meeting tomorrow. Don't tell me. Keiichi really has a lot going on. But if Suzumura Co. is in trouble, that could be bad for my company too.
The next day.
So, here's the situation. Don Don Factory has lost a massive number of workers. And on top of that, the remaining staff have apparently gone on strike. At this rate, we won't be receiving the parts we need for our fire safety equipment development, which means we'll have no choice but to scale back our contracts and business dealings.
So this is what Keiichi and Mom were talking about. Fewer contracts means less revenue, so Don Don Factory's mess is going to hit us really hard.
Good grief. If the sales department had done a better job of building up our client base, we wouldn't be in such a mess when something like this happens.
I'm sorry. We were just following your lead. We modeled ourselves on your philosophy of sticking with established partners.
Given the severity of this situation, I'm thinking of ending our contract with Tokimeki Co. We need to cut costs. Most of what Tokimeki Co. does for us is just double-checking our fire safety equipment and making sure it's compatible with other systems. We can find a cheaper company or specialist to handle that.
Yes, sir.
So, our contract with Suzumura Co. really did get terminated. Losing a contract with a major company is a big deal. I'm going to have to ask our sales team to pick up the slack.
Noah, there's a call for you from Keiichi Sato at Daysco.
Keiichi Sato?
Hey, hope you're doing well, and thank you again for inspecting the equipment at my place the other day.
Oh, don't mention it. What can I do for you today?
Actually, I heard that your contract with Suzumura Corp has ended, and I was hoping we might be able to work out a bigger contract between Tokimeki Corp and Days Corp. Would you be open to scheduling a meeting to talk it over?
Are you serious? With Suzumura Co., our role was mainly to serve as a safety net, just in case something went wrong on site. A bigger contract would mean taking on a much more active role for us.
Exactly. We really need Tokimeki Corp's expertise. I've been hearing great things about you from people all across the industry. Tokimeki Corp is...
I had no idea you'd been paying that much attention to us. All right, I'll go talk to our sales team.
What? The fire safety equipment for the new contract is going to be delayed?
Yes, sir. Apparently, the products delivered by the 3 new factories we contracted to replace Don Factory aren't compatible with what we need on site. Yuma's been on the ground and can fill you in on the details.
Based on what I've seen on site, the fire safety systems just aren't compatible with each other, and we can't get them properly calibrated. Before, we were using products from Don Factory for everything, so it all fit together easily. But now that we're bringing in equipment from 3 separate factories, there are all kinds of issues.
When you say it'll be delayed, how many days are we actually talking?
At this rate, we're looking at about a week's delay.
Good grief. I never thought Don Factory's mess would cause us this much trouble.
We were able to avoid all this before because Tokimeki Corp handled all the preparation work so efficiently for us.
From what I can see on the ground, everyone's pretty shocked at how long it's taking.
Meanwhile, from what I'm hearing, Days Corp has been getting things done a lot faster ever since they contracted with Tokimeki Corp. Apparently, Tokimeki Corp has an enormous database of samples and data, covering all kinds of fire safety equipment failures and compatibility issues.
If they're that good, we never should have ended the contract with them.
But you were the one who...
What choice did I have? Tokimeki Corp's fees were through the roof. You can't justify paying that kind of money just for inspections. When you're in a financial crunch, ending the contract was the obvious call. Ugh, this is what happens when you go and contract 3 different factories. Especially ones that have nothing to do with each other. We should have kept it to fewer.
You were the one who told us to expand our supplier base.
I wonder if Seiji and Dad are going to be okay.
This equipment doesn't seem to be working right.
I wonder what's going on. Mind if I take a look? I see. With this particular unit, interference from the security cameras in the local wireless environment can easily cause malfunctions.
I see.
Let's try moving it to a different location. We may also need to swap out a few parts.
That's Tokimeki Corp for you. Real experts in comprehensive fire safety coordination.
Tokimeki Co. keeps data on equipment failures and malfunctions from all across the country, right? That's right, though it's specifically limited to fire safety-related issues. I never want our clients to be left thinking, if only we'd done things differently. Or, if only we hadn't cut corners on that equipment. I don't want anyone to have to feel that way. Because when things go wrong, it's not the company that pays the real price. It's the innocent customers and the people using the building.
I knew I could count on you. I'd like to think I operate with the same mindset, but honestly, Noah, your dedication puts me to shame.
Oh, come on, don't say that. You know, Keiichi was always jealous that Tokimeki Co. signed with Suzumura Co. before he could.
I mean, when I thought about them going to my brother of all people...
Oh, really? I'm sorry. We just didn't have the capacity to take on contracts with multiple companies at the time. Well, with all the data you're collecting, it's no wonder you couldn't find the time. Going forward, we'll be able to devote much more of our resources to Days Co. So don't worry.
But we look forward to it.
Oh my. Could it be that Keiichi... The detector's sending a fire signal. What's the status on your end?
No good. The receiver on the 3rd floor isn't responding.
This is ridiculous. Ugh!
There seems to be a problem with the repeater, and I've checked it so many times already.
What about the PA system? Is that working?
Well, apparently there are some floors where it keeps cutting out and can barely be heard.
I never thought it would be this hard. The whole building's opening is going to get pushed back too, and the tenants are absolutely furious.
Luckily, it sounds like the building owner has been doing a good job of explaining the situation to everyone. Let's just keep at it.
If only Don Factory could just go back to operating like they used to.
Excuse me, do you have a moment? The owner is thinking, since there's a delay anyway, he'd like to use the extra time to make some additions to each floor. Things like decorative pieces, break rooms, smoking areas, that kind of thing.
So we have to recalibrate everything again?
Well, as long as they're careful about the placement, it should be fine. Thanks a lot. Also, the construction company is planning to use some new building materials, so keep that in mind as well. Got it. 1 week later.
These new building materials have really been catching on lately.
Is that right?
They can be a real handful, though. I put together a reference document on how to deal with them. Feel free to look it over when you get a chance.
Wow, as always, this is so easy to read.
Actually, I used to be a software engineer, but I wanted to do something that made more of a difference in people's lives, so I switched careers. Now, I get to put my data organization skills to good use in a job that really means something. It's super rewarding.
That's a truly amazing passion you have. I wish I'd had someone like you around a lot earlier in my life.
I mean, it's not too late to start now. Well, I mean, like, to work together, of course.
Of course.
You two, do you have a minute? It sounds like there's some kind of serious situation going on at a commercial building nearby. We've just gotten a request asking if we can help out.
A commercial building? Could it be? The one where Suzumura Corp is handling the fire safety?
Don't tell me it's because of these new building materials.
How on earth did it come to this? The emergency exit doors are so hard to open.
Yes, sir. Sometimes they won't open at all.
If this drags on any longer, the consequences are going to be very serious.
And that's not even the half of it. The fire detectors near the atrium aren't activating at all. And some of the floors aren't venting smoke fast enough. And we just don't have the expertise to figure out why.
Damn it. If only Tokimeki Corp were still with us right now.
We're here.
What?
Oh, you came to help?
We received a third-party inspection request from the building's owner.
Let's start with the emergency exit doors. The new building materials have significantly increased the building's airtightness, which has raised the pressure differential between rooms and is affecting the door closer settings and the force needed to open them.
I see. So it's because of the new building materials.
As for the atrium, changes to the ceiling shape and finishing materials have altered the way smoke accumulates and rises, which is likely causing the delayed detection. Oh, now that you mention it, there was a lot of talk about the coating they used. And finally, the smoke venting speed. That comes down to insufficient recalculation of the shaft conditions and damper settings. All of these issues can be resolved with proper remediation work. With Tokimeki Co. overseeing the process, every one of them is fixable.
I see. In that case, let's get started right away.
Before we do that, all of these problems should have been flagged and explained to you when the new building materials were being introduced. There should have been a comprehensive coordination meeting to go over how the new materials would affect fire safety. Did anyone from your team attend?
Well, we were having so many problems with the factories replacing Don Don that we couldn't spare our best people to send them here.
Also, as I understand it, there was supposed to be a separate company handling the inspections, not us. What exactly has that company been doing? That company is a complete joke. They never gave us any advanced reports or warnings about anything.
Based on what we've looked into, unlike Tokimeki Corp, that company apparently does nothing but go through the motions when it comes to coordination work, and has extremely poor reputation in the industry. What? Seiji, did the sales department actually find that contractor on their own? Well, it was actually a referral from Mr. Suzumura, and...
So, you all just do whatever Mr. Suzumura tells you?
And on top of that, keeping up with the changes in building materials is exactly the kind of thing Don Don Factory should have been proactively on top of. From what I've heard, the mass resignations and strike at Don Don Factory were caused by personal conflicts, and workers who were fed up with the factory manager's attitude. And you just kept doing business with a factory that had those kinds of problems going on? Didn't that bother you at all, Seiji? Hey, don't put that on me. I'm just a sales manager. It's not like I have that kind of authority. This has nothing to do with authority. This is a question of basic human decency.
Keiichi!
When fire safety isn't done right, lives are on the line. If you truly understood the weight of that responsibility, you'd speak up to your superiors regardless of your position. Every job exists to serve the people who depend on it. Staying quiet and going along with things just to avoid rocking the boat, that's just wrong.
Keiichi, I can feel your passion and you're absolutely right.
Sorry, I got a little carried away.
We were brought here by the building owner specifically to assess whether Suzumura-ko has truly been doing everything they can. Based on what we've seen today, it's going to be very difficult to give a positive report. We'll be telling the owner exactly what we found, so be prepared. This is bad. If things stay like this, Dad is going to have our heads again.
Not my problem anymore.
What?
It's that man's lazy, complacent management that got us here. I'm done. I'm quitting and finding a new job. And as for us, we're through.
Wait! What about the baby, Seiji? I can't believe how utterly irresponsible he is.
He's always been like this. After that, Seiji and Yuma split up. Yuma was granted custody of the child. And as for Suzumura Corp,
What? We're being made to pay compensation? Why?
Well, we caused massive delays and kept everyone waiting. And then there were the additional costs from the equipment changes.
That's the fault of the people on the ground, not us.
faced with massive compensation demands and a badly damaged reputation in the field, a proposal emerged to replace Mr. Suzumura as president. After the proper procedures and discussions were carried out, Mr. Suzumura was removed from his position.
Damn it. How dare they push me out? I'll be back on top before they know it.
Dad, watch out!
Huh?
Shortly after, Mr. Suzumura was involved in an on-site accident that made it impossible for him to continue working. The cause was reportedly Yuma's failure to properly inspect the fire safety equipment. Yuma was also sued over the incident and was never able to hold down a steady job after that. Seiji tried to work as he always did at his new job, just blindly following orders, but it never worked out. Having split from Yuma, he continued to struggle on alone. Meanwhile, the child Yuma and Seiji had together was being cared for almost entirely by Keiichi's mother.
Oh, how adorable! I absolutely love kids! Oh, you're just like Keiichi. Watching you two together, you look just like this little one's parents.
You think so?
He really does look like a dad when he's with that baby.
Which means if we got together, we could build a really happy family. Enjoyed the video?
Then smash that like button and subscribe.